So this is what breakfast looks like. Well, the leftovers of breakfast, because I've had 2. Well, I didn't even have them till like about 12ish, and it's 2 o'clock now. I've just, well, I had this second one like 15 minutes ago. So that is birthday breakfast brunch. I've had a coffee. I've only been downstairs once. I'm still in my bedroom. Look, this is my sheet. I've had a coffee. I've had almost a full bottle, well, a small bottle of Dr. Pepper. I've not got any clothes on. Well, I've got a t-shirt on. My cinnamon candle lit by Noah. That's why I got the cinnamon buns. Smells like, it smells like cinnamon, but it's like it's got something with it, and I can't work out what it is, but I like it. So that's the medium size. There's the large of that one, and there's small, so you can see the size difference. I think these are more value for money, so that's what's going on right now. I didn't use this last night because I put it on the back of my hand and it didn't dry for ages. It's got a weird texture to it, and I'm not massively keen on the scent of it. So like, I've took it off, I'm sat up and this is like nowhere near my nose and I can smell it, and I don't love the scent, so I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should give it a go and pray for my skin, but it's not setting properly and there's a weird scent to it, and I recognise the scent but I can't remember what I've smelt that smells like it, so I just don't know what to do. I don't want to bloody irritate my skin, but it's got a smell to it of something I've had before. I recognise the smell, I just don't know what it is, but it just doesn't set like proper clay mask does. Like, I've got clay mask and it sets hard and this doesn't. There's just something weird about it. And I know it's not for your feet, but look, can you see when you put a normal clay mask on, it's not like, this is like kind of shiny, can you see? And normal clay masks are not shiny. So I don't know what's in it that's doing that. But let me see if I can find my other clay mask, so I can do a comparison for you. Now I've got face mask on my bloody foot. Oh! I know you don't need the sound effects, but so this is the, it's not too messy in here. Oh god, I tidied it on camera months ago, if you remember, if you've watched me that long. So this is my favourite one. It's probably a little bit dried out because I've had it open a little, well, actually fully dried out. I can see it's fully dried out. I can see it's fully dried out because the lid wasn't on properly. Now that's a waste because this is quite a nice one. You see how it's meant to dry and it's not shiny? I mean, it's not going to be shiny anyway. Oh, well, it's an empty tub. I'm doing well. There you go. So it is empty. I don't know why I've still got it. That's typical me, isn't it? Keeping an empty tub. Probably to remind myself to buy one, but obviously I didn't remind myself to buy one because I didn't really buy one. Yeah, who knows what I'm going to do now. Have I got any hair dye? Oh god. Have I got any hair dye? Remember when I did the ends of my hair pink? Did I leave it? I don't think I kept any of the dye. I was going to do it. It's bath time. What if you see my black and blue stains from the bath bomb called Black Beauty, and then a blue one by another company, and you can see me hand. I have a bath bar, I think it's called a bath bar, by Dirty Fresh Cosmetics, and I got this a couple months ago because I got a pink, Lemonade Unicorn Puke, which is like that horn. And what was the other one? Oh, Bath Rocks, because I've still got it. Hold on. There you go, there's still some left. And I kept saving this and I thought there'll be a day when I really want it. And it happens to be my birthday that I'm going to use it. It's called an Ultra Frog. So it's 2 mashed together, so it's a limited edition one. And I think one's called Ultra Violence, I think, and one's Summit Frog. I'm not entirely sure. This is what this looks like, so it's 2 bars put together. I am about to Insta story this, so I'll try and remember to insert the clips because obviously I can't film them like twice. So yeah, I was lucky to get my hands on this because there was only 20. The water's a little bit higher than I'd have it normally. That's because I just shook cold water in. Look how dark that is. No, it is a dark blue. Can you see? You can see it better there. There's the remnants of it. I saved that last bit so I could show you, but you're not going to get much of a view because of how little there is left. I didn't get to take any pictures, so yeah, but I did film it for Instagram. My battery's on 18%. I put my phone on charge and went downstairs and got the washing out the washer and put the washing out, but it didn't take very long, and put it in the dryer. Went upstairs and came back upstairs, found that because I couldn't find it and I was about to give up and put something else in. And then went up to my bedroom, got undressed, yeah, and just came down. So my phone only had about 10 minutes charge because it went down to about 11%, and then it was 25 or 20, no, it was 27, but then I've just filmed the clips and there's like 18, there's probably less now. So you're not going to get much of a show. Yeah, that's not really exciting considering what it just did, but I've got the clips on my phone. It looks good against the dark blue water. It's so pretty. Happy birthday to me. Better wipe that off there. I brought a coffee up with me, it might be cold, I don't know. And I've got a diet, no it's not, it's a Pepsi Max Cherry. Living the life today, aren't I? I bet you're jealous. Bet you're really jealous. I'm actually having a really nice day, to be honest. I know it's not too much different to my normal days, but I just feel relaxed and chilled. have cut my fringe and it's a bit too short. Because it's got to the end of the blonde bit, because my roots are down here, it didn't look quite right, and I kept just trimming at it, like cutting at it, and I was like, stop, you need to stop. It's longer than it looks. It's because obviously I've just had the thing blowing on me. But yeah, it's like down to there, but you can't see the ends because they're blonde, but the rest is my root colour, and I've not properly done the sides, just because I kind of was like, I need to go out and I don't want to rush it. And also I'm going to keep these longer than I would normally, because that's a bit shorter than I'd like it to be. It's not way too short. My hairdresser used to cut it that short, even though I didn't want her to. So it's like 9:30 on a Friday night, and I'm on Aldi car park, really wet through, because when I walked out the rain was just like whoosh, and I only walked from, I'll show you, can you see? And I didn't have to take the trolley back because I only had one bag of shopping. Shouldn't have really carried it with my bag back. Here's my new jumper. My legs are like dripping wet, like I've got jeans on and they're dripping. My coat's wet, like I got some hula hoops out my bag. I got the hula hoops in B&M, I went in there first. And I was meant to like, my plan for today, hi by the way, you've not actually seen me physically, facially, was to go to B&M at 6:30, and I didn't leave the house till 10 to 8, quarter to 8, got here at 8. I'm hungry because I've only had 2 cinnamon buns today. I'm not going to Tesco at 9:30. I spent like 33 something. I got some frozen food. I was going to order a takeaway, and the takeaway that I like to get food from is using Just Eat, and they've put the prices up, probably to cover the costs that it costs to have Just Eat, and I weren't paying £9 for a chicken kebab because I didn't want anything else, and then I'd have to pay delivery, which was like £3, 12 quid for a kebab, and I was like, no. I actually wanted McDonald's, but they don't deliver. I'm gonna literally pass. There's a McDonald's here, and there's McDonald's where I get off the motorway. But I've never ever been through a drive-through, you know. I always feel self-conscious. I'm gonna make myself do it one day. I wish I was brave enough to go and do it now, because I'd love a burger. And I could just go home and have it. You can tell I'm thinking about it, can't you? Like, seriously considering it. I've never done it before. Should I be brave and go to McDonald's? There's only a 20% chance I'll do it, so the next time you'll see me, you'll find out. Probably won't do it, let's be real. Look what I did. I actually did it. And then I forgot to go large, because it's only like 60 or 80p more than what I did. And I didn't get a milkshake because they didn't have any, so I'm going to go in, eat this, and then come out in this. and get my shopping in. I've got frozen food, but it'd be alright for 10 minutes when I did it. 1st of November, 21:45. I wish I'd got Farage. It's like 60p more. I had to wait a few minutes for the food because I did ask for no onions. I don't know if you're going to notice. No onions. Yes. Winning. So I'm going to show you what I got from Aldi, and it was like £33 and something. The stuff that I wish I hadn't got, but because I'd only had 2 cinnamon buns all day, I was hungry. And I picked up stuff that I wouldn't ordinarily have, but I've just had a burger and I've got them and I'm wishing I hadn't, or I wish I hadn't got that, but I think I'm going to give that to my dad because I know he'll like it. Anyway, so I've only meant to get food for the weekend, but combined with what I've already got in the freezer, I'm just going to need some little bits and pieces, like drinks, and I need some water and things like that. So I won't be buying much. I think my dad's probably going to want some chicken breasts, and I don't know if he wants anything else. But yeah, I got some Tilda coconut rice. I love this rice. I get it when I see it in Aldi. They had loads, but I didn't want to get loads because I've got that mess to sort out. And as you can see, there is one there. Then I got these. I did try and get the cherry and blueberry ones. Look at all that red there. God, that's really bad. Let's have a look. Oh God, the saturated fat's bad. Yeah, never had these ones before, so give them a try. I'm potentially going to share these with my dad, one each. I don't know. I just had a burger. I should not have gone to the shop as hungry as I was. I've had this the last 2 weeks, and I do think I'm going to give it to my dad. He will definitely like it. There is enough for 2 people there, but he will potentially have that as one meal. But I'm going to tell him, because I had it, I cooked it in the oven, kept half, the next day I just warmed the other half up in a pan. He's not having it as one meal because that is really, really greedy. And look at the calories. It'll be 1,200 calories for a meal. I picked these up for my dad. He likes parsnips. Definitely need to go in the freezer. They've been out an hour. So I picked these up for him so he could just cook them in the oven when he's cooking his chicken or whatever. This is the best chicken substitute I've ever had. It's just like KFC, but you know the boneless bits. It's got the same texture. It tastes like chicken. It looks like chicken. It smells like chicken. It's amazing. British steak and Slater's ale puff pastry top pie. Vegan no chicken burgers. Thought I'd give them a try. They're frozen. I used to have these when I was like a child, and when I was at like secondary school, like sometimes for lunch I'd have one of them. I can't remember the brand that I used to get them by, well, my parents, but I've not had them in years, and they were 75p, and I thought they'd be good for a lunch, like one at a time, because I keep missing lunch because I'm getting up late, and then I'm having breakfast late, and then I'm having my evening meal, and I'm snacking. So a couple of lunches there. Because I was hungry, I got some American style butternut pancakes. Buttermilk, not butternut. Gonna have them tomorrow. My hand wash in the kitchen's about to run out, and I knew I wasn't going to go to Tesco, but I'm probably going to have to go to the supermarket tomorrow because I didn't get any toilet rolls because Aldi's are rubbish. And I was in B&M, but I didn't think, but then again, I don't know what they do. And I need some water, so I'm probably have to go to the shop tomorrow. Cheese fins for my dad. He likes cheese oatcakes, but Aldi don't do cheese oatcakes, so they do the original ones, they do some seeded ones, and another one. So I'm putting them and them. So he likes the branded ones and things. And I think these are slightly bigger than the branded ones, and obviously cheaper. So that was meant to be my evening meal before I went to McDonald's. But I'm hoping, let's find out together, it can be frozen. Suitable for freezing, freeze by date shown and use within 1 month. What's the date on it? Because I don't think I want to have it. What is the date? Oh God, that's next month. Well, I can keep that out, but then again, it's probably going to take room up. So You know, I can put it in the freezer anytime in the next month and a half if I don't want it. McDonald's. British Baby Mary's pea potatoes. If you like shaving your legs, like most people do, I forgot to do mine because I was trying to do something. I'll actually talk about that because, you know, I'm meant to be filming a birthday vlog and I've filmed next to nothing. It's actually hurting me to stand up, so I need to get a move on. These are really good, they're really sharp. Obviously, Aldi don't do my razor blades and I need some razor blades. So I discovered these like months ago and they're like $1.29 or $1.39 and they're really, really sharp. I recommend them. Yeah, I'm not going to put one on now. Oh, can you sleep in it? If I can sleep with it on, I'm definitely going to have it. Lasts for 12 hours. Once removed, the pain relief can continue for 12 more hours. Open sachet by hand, do not cut. Peel away paper. Adhere to clothing underwear over the black area, the painful area. Reaches maximum heats in 30 minutes. Activates within 1 minute. Blah blah blah. Symptoms worsen. Never apply heat patch to skin. Allow air to circulate. Do not use while sleeping. Well, there's no point in putting it on with them. Some extra mature cheddar for my dad. Hold this. God, we've got nearly a full month already. Minstrels. Free. Cokes. Eggs. That was £33. I can't believe the date on them. They must be wrapped in like that plastic stuff. Shrink wrap or whatever it's called. You won't believe how much hand wash I go through, and I'll show you what I normally get. Like this was 50p, and it's a similar colour to what I'm replacing it with. I love the fact that it's like herby and minty. Tea tree, not mint. But God, this is what I use, and I love it. It's fantastic. So, but because I wasn't anywhere near one of those shops, we're gonna give this bad boy a go. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna show you what I got from B&M. So I've discovered I can have the flash on, which is very handy. Oh, I didn't notice that mistake. It's when you put the flash on it you notice it. Oh well. Nothing in my life's perfect. It's 11 o'clock. I'm sweating, but I think it's my new jumper. This is the last thing I got, and it was in my favourite section. There's this section that's got like cushions in and plaques and dishes, like decorative dishes and decorative bowls and candles and tea light holders and wax burners and picture frames and mirrors. You'll know the section I mean if you ever go in B&M. And I was walking down, I was having a little bit of a look, but not really looking because the shop was shutting like 10-15 minutes later. My back was killing, I'd not eaten much all day, I still had to go in Aldi. And then I spotted this. So they have loads of lanterns, they have some really big ones that are really nice that I would like, but at the moment I've got nowhere to put them, and I'm not going to decorate this house for a lot of reasons that I might talk about one day. So I didn't want to spend much, and then I spotted this, and it was the last one of this one, and it looked well made, and I checked the glass was all looking good. I mean, I have noticed that now, but for £6 I don't know what else you could expect. But I think it looks really amazing, and it's got an LED lamp, like candle in it, so I need to put a battery in. So that's come out my birthday money. It's a little tree, I think it's going to go in my bedroom because I don't think I'm going to have it downstairs. Like I've got a silver glitter one from last Christmas that I'm going to use, and if they've got any more, because I got it from B&M, because I think it's like £2 or something, I'm going to get another one of those. So I think this is going to go in my bedroom because I want to make my bedroom look a little bit nicer, because I've spent all day in there today. I'll speak about it in a minute. Anyway, got that. Had a packet of them when I was sat in my car before. I think it was when I was talking to you. I don't know why it says cupcake kit, because you're actually making a chocolate log. I absolutely love chocolate log. Like I could literally eat them all day. Thank God they only come out at Christmas. I got them last time. I've still got one left because it didn't really do anything. And then I got the Curate Heat ones in Aldi, so don't really need them, but they're £1. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna put them in the freezer. I'm gonna be up all night, aren't I? Did I just take a tablet? I can't remember if I took my tablets. Hi everyone. So, I was just watching last week's vlog, like, well, a minute of it, and it's that bit where I say so and a lot, and I just started it with so. I want to get out of that habit, and it's a habit, and like obviously it's not just gonna break. My eyes are not dark underneath as they look now. It's because I did this eyeshadow look, and it's like purpley, like burgundy colours mixed with brown, because there was brown on the brush, and it kind of had some fallout, and I rubbed it in, so it's not looking great. Can you see how my fringe is almost... I'm pretty sure in my last vlog I talk about my fringe colour, but now it's got even less blonde in it. Can you see? It's just like a little bit there, and I think I was saying in the car that I have cut my fringe, and because I can see the little bits of blonde, I kept thinking that it wasn't neat, so I kind of... it's shorter than I want it to be, and I need to cut in the side bits, and see how I stopped myself from saying then. And you can see like my crease, like I was born with these creases, like I can show you pictures from when I was little and I've got them, but it's emphasised because I've got rubbed the eyeshadow in. I want to like stop myself from saying so then, cut that a little bit better. I did it a little bit, it's not too bad, but if you look, you see that used to actually be my fringe, so my fringe was thicker. So I don't know if I should add some more of it because my fringe is quite thin. I don't want to do anything too dodgy because I'm cutting my own hair, aren't I? And this side needs quite a bit of work to, like, because it's... but I just thought I don't want to keep cutting into it because it's getting shorter and shorter. But yeah, look at it. It's my root colour nearly. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. Like, I keep thinking I'm going to get my roots done, and then I'm like, oh, I want to grow my natural hair colour through, because that's what I tried doing 2017. Like, I had it done in January, and then I didn't have it coloured again until later in the year. Like, I went to the hairdressers in June, and I had my roots matched all the way down, and then she did a balayage look, so she sectioned off bits of the blonde into foils, and then she did that really down, and then did a root drag quite kind of look, and I kept it until around September when I went, and she was putting some on my roots, and I thought she was putting on a toner, but she didn't. She dyed all my hair a warm tone blonde, and I've got a cool tone skin tone, and I can only wear cool tone skin. I can only wear cool like colours or a neutral colour. I can't wear warm tone. If I do, I have to colour match it down my neck and stuff, but my hair has to be a cool tone or a neutral colour. And she did it, and I came home and I cried and I cried, and there's a video of me on here where I'm sat on the bathroom floor crying my eyes out, and I'd washed my hair countless times, and I'd mixed anti-dandruff shampoo with bicarb soda because it strips your colour, and it washed some of it out, but you could just see this like orangey warm tone blonde, and I was devastated. And like, I was annoyed because I'd like literally washed my hair about 20 times in the space of 3 days over the weekend, crying because she'd ruined my hair. I'd grown my roots down to about there at that point, and now all my hair would have been my natural hair colour. And I don't know if it was because she wanted me to start getting my hair coloured again, so she, like, I could spend like £70–80 getting my hair done every 6 to 8 weeks, but I never asked her to dye my hair that colour. And I need to stop saying I think it's acceptable sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like but I just put up with it for 6 weeks, went back, and that's when I had it really light, and then I had my dark bit, you know, when it was blonde and then that bit was dark and then blonde underneath. I had that done and that looked really good, but I wouldn't have had that done if she hadn't have put that warm tone blonde on all my hair and ruined my roots, because I couldn't have got my root colour back unless I had my hair dyed. So I had all that virgin hair, because it's called virgin when you don't dye it, down to there. And because last year, if you remember, I had all my hair cut off because it split badly. And I don't know what did it. It split a little bit. Like now it's split a little bit. But it's not as bad. Can you see that? And it's a little bit split at the back. But last year, like, it was like big chunks that were split. And I'm doing everything I can to look after it. And I'm trying to not wash it as much. And because I'm not going out as much, sometimes it's going an extra day without getting washed, and I'm trying to not put as much heat on it. And like, I've obviously washed it and straightened it today, but I washed it and straightened it yesterday because I forgot I was going to have a bath today. And when I have a bath, the steam from the bath makes my hair go all frizzy, and then when it dries, because it goes a bit damp and it'll dry and it goes frizzy at the bottom and it looks greasy at the top. So I knew when I was going to have the bath that I was going to have to wash it again. So really I should have washed it Wednesday because I knew I was having the bath today. But I don't know what I want to do. I don't have a hairdresser at the moment because she did close the shop, and she was meant to like contact me, because like I've said on here, I weren't going to go to where she's going and renting a chair, because I do get my hair done. Well, I did get my hair done in another town, and like next month, December, I would have been getting my hair done for 10 years by her. But I've not always been happy with the experiences where if she's busy, the junior will wash your hair, and I've had a lot of my clothes ruined because when the junior's washing the hair, she's getting the back of my top wet. And when I have my roots done, I'm having it bleached. I have what they call a scalp bleach. So when she's getting the wet, rinsing my hair, she's getting it down my back of my neck, it's going on the top of my clothes. So I've had loads of clothes ruined, and like if I would have said anything to her, she probably would have given me a mouthful. She gave me a mouthful once when, if you've been here that long, you'll know I had lilac hair, and I went to an appointment and she dyed my hair, and when she rinsed it, it was exactly the same colour as I went with it, and it was very faded lilac. It was more blonde than lilac, and I was like, she was drying it, and I was like, she's going to say something to it, she's going to stop drying it, because it's obviously no different. And she kept drying it, and I was running late for a doctor's appointment. And this is what happens as well. Say I book an appointment to get my hair done, it's meant to take an hour and a half, including like if you're having it dyed, they book you in for an hour and a half. The amount of times that I've been there 4 or 5 hours is absolutely ridiculous. And to be sat there getting your hair done for 5 hours, like, my hair does not take 5 hours to do. Even when I had the blonde on the top, the dark band, and then the blonde underneath, and it was taking her longer to section it all off, you know, it really should take 2 hours to do it, with the sectioning, putting the colours off, rinsing them. Or if I was having like a toner as well, 2.5 to 3 hours. But the amount of times I was there for 5 hours is absolutely ridiculous. And if I had a job, I'd be bugging. And she didn't ever seem to care that I was there for 5 hours at times. There'd be times when I was there like 2.5 hours or 2 hours, and I'd be shocked that I'd be leaving so quick. But yeah, the amount of clothes that I've got ruined, like I've got like a fine knit burgundy jumper that I got last year, and the first time I wore it was when I went to get my hair done, and it's got like a lighter band of colour. So obviously it didn't get as much bleach on as normal, because normally it strips it and it goes a pink colour, but it's just gone slightly lighter, so it must have just been a little bit of water mixed with bleach. It cost me £29. I wore it for the first time, and it got ruined because the junior hairstylist kind of got me wet. I mean, not the last time I was there, but the time before. Oh, it might have been the last. I think it was the last time I had my hair coloured, because I've not had it done since April. So this is how long it's took to get that far down, is April. And there's a part of me that loves it, and the part of me that loves that I don't have any grey hair. And I'm still annoyed that she coloured my hair 2 years ago, because all my hair, if I'd stuck to it, would be that colour now. And I'm really intrigued to see what I look like with my own natural colour, without having to have it dyed my natural hair colour. Do you know what I mean? It's like when she colour matched my roots to the rest of my hair, I wouldn't let her put colour on my roots. She had to like go downwards. So if it didn't fully match, it wouldn't have looked good, but she got it spot on. But the problem is, because the base was so light, it would get lighter. So when I'd go next, the hair was lighter than that, but not as light as this. But people were saying to me, like, after a couple of times, it shouldn't have faded like that, it shouldn't have come through, but it kept coming through. And people were saying she was using cheap dyes, but I saw her hair dyes at times, and they didn't look cheap. But yeah, she was ruining my clothes, basically. And I'd want to go with a jumper on, because it was always cold in the new salon. I mean, she was there for 3 years in that one, but it was always cold and there was no heating, so I'd want to wear a jumper if it was winter, but then it would get ruined. So it wasn't fun constantly getting my clothes ruined. But there is a part of me that wants to grow this through, but it'll take 2 years to get to this length. And that's why I keep getting annoyed about the fact that it got to there and she dyed my hair. And I think it was because I wasn't spending as much on my hair, and she was losing customers all the time, and she was struggling. But if you're not going to give your clients what they want, and it was like last time she had to cancel my hair appointment because her dad died that day, but she never got in contact with me again. And even though I have a number, I'm not chasing her, because I don't want to go to a different salon that she doesn't own. I wouldn't feel comfortable, and I just don't want to do that. So I trimmed my hair myself. Like last time I trimmed my fringe, so whenever I said in a video I've trimmed my own fringe, I did trim this up a little bit, and it doesn't look too bad. I know it's going to need cutting at some point, but there is a part of me that really wants to see my natural hair colour, because I've been dyeing my hair since I was 9, when my dad dyed my hair pink. Oh, it was a bright red, and it was this brand called, I think it's called Shades or Shaders, and it came in a sachet, and it was meant to wash out in 2 to 5 shampoos, and it didn't. I ended up with strawberry blonde hair until it grew out, and my natural, well, when I was like 9, my hair was actually that colour. And now, as you can see, it's like an ashy blonde. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, look at my lashes. But yeah, I'm intrigued. But when she messed up my roots and I had to have my blonde put back in, I liked it when it went back to blonde, and I saw pictures of myself. So I just don't know what I want to do, but I think it's to do with how I'm feeling, and I just don't know what I want. Anyway, oh, my hips and my back are still really bad. Oh god, that arm's killing. I have to hold it like that, basically with those 2 fingers like that, and it hurts. My birthday's not been too bad, I'll be honest. I've not had a mental breakdown, I've not cried, I've not run my doctors and cried down the phone to Alison again this year. I was determined not to do that. I knew my doctor wasn't in anyway, so it was pointless trying to see her. I mean, I do have a phone number, but I would not dare. I wouldn't dare ring her. Even if I was dying in a field in the middle of nowhere and she was the only person that could help me, I wouldn't dare ring her up. There is a reason I have a phone number, but you don't need to know that, do you? This isn't the most flattering angle, but it's the best I can do. I had basically decided I need a drink. I've got a Dr. Pepper in the freezer. That today I wasn't going to make any plans. I wasn't going to say I was going to go out for a meal or anything like that. I didn't go out for a meal last year. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to, like, because what happens is, if I wanted to go out for a meal, nowadays it would be a daytime meal, it wouldn't be a nighttime meal. My dad would want a drink, because my dad cannot go in a pub or a restaurant and not have an alcoholic drink. And I'll be stuck driving, but to be honest, I'm not drinking. I haven't drunk since last Christmas when I tried to get alcohol poisoning, but that's a different story. So what would happen is, and this is what he does, we'll go out and he will have to drink, and I'll be ready to leave and he will want another pint. Then he will want another pint and I'll be like, I want to go. And he'll be like, well, we're out for a meal. And I'm like, we're out for a meal for my birthday, but you just seem to think you're out with the lads getting drunk and you don't want me to leave. And I have anxiety and not very confident. Like, I'm more confident than I've ever been. And I'm confident on here because this is my channel. But if you look back to 3 years ago, I was nervous all the time and I wasn't confident. But I just feel like if I just pretend that no one's watching this, then it's okay and it doesn't bother me as much. And I just don't think about it. I don't sit here and think someone could be watching. I know people do watch, and I've got videos in here with thousands of views, but I just don't think about it. I really don't. And that's how I get through it, and that's how I'm more confident on here than I was 3 years ago, because it is 3 years now. I can't believe I've been doing this for 3 years. Like, I technically started in the April of 2016, but it didn't last very long because I could only do 1-minute clips, and then I had to upload them individually to YouTube, and used to be able to use the YouTube editor, which was fantastic, and I wish they hadn't took it away. But yeah, it just became too hard, and then I didn't do it, and then something happened and I was just like led around crying all the time, and I thought, I need to distract myself. I'm not coping with life. There's stuff going on. I can't tell anyone what's wrong. I don't know how to tell anyone what's wrong, let alone tell them. And I just started filming. It was only meant to be until my birthday, well, the day before, and then I thought, oh, I'll just film my birthday, and then I thought, oh, I'll just film to the end of the year, and it's carried on. And it's going to be good for me because I can just, if I wanted to, and I haven't looked back at videos for a while, I can just look back at it and go, oh God, you was a state, or your hair was nice in that one, or God, you looked horrible in that one, or oh, that was happening. So it's like a diary for me. And I know I've got a lot more confident. I'm a lot more confident on here. I'm more confident in my life away from being in front of this. Like, I went to McDonald's tonight. Like, so getting back to it, he makes me stay out. Like, when we used to go out for meals at night time, we'd get a taxi because I'd have a drink, and I'd want to go home. Like, I want to go home. Oh, I've just got another pint, and then he'd want more and more. So I'd drink more because I'd be anxious. So I'm getting drunk, and I'd still want to go home, and I'd keep asking to go home, and he'd basically keep me out all night until closing time. And that's what he does, because he has to drink, he has to get drunk. He doesn't care how I feel. He doesn't care that I want to go home. So I thought, I'm not putting myself in any position where I'm making any plans. I'm not really getting on it with him at the moment because he doesn't treat me very well, and I'm starting to actually see it thanks to my doctor, and she's teaching me about self-worth and sticking up for myself. And because I stick up for myself, we don't get on. We avoid each other as much as possible. I avoid him. I've avoided him before all of this where we're not getting on, because I'm not going to get into it in a video, to be honest. But I basically decided no plans, not going to do anything, not going to do anything at all. My house is the biggest tip on the planet. Like, I'm looking over there, which you never see anymore. Oh, that's the jumper I was talking about. I know that was just random, but I was just like, what is it? And that's the jumper, and that's something else. So that's a jumper and that's something else. And I was like, right, I'm just going to relax. Well, I had actually planned on going back to sleep this morning. Not in advance, but this morning I didn't get to sleep till, I think it was like after 3. And then I was awake at 5, and I was awake at 7, and I was awake at 9. And I was so tired that I woke up at like 10 to 9 or 20 past 9. It was one of those. and I didn't go back to sleep, and the plan was to go back to sleep, but then I went on Instagram, and then I was on YouTube, and then I was on Instagram and YouTube and Instagram and YouTube, and then it just got to the point where it's like 11 something. I'm like, I'm not going back to sleep. I did consider it at one point. I thought, should I go back to sleep? I was like, no. I was like in my element. I was eating, came downstairs, got a coffee and some cinnamon buns and a Dr. Pepper, and I went back up to my bedroom, and I had my cinnamon swirl candle lit for hours, and it's gorgeous. And what else? I was in my bedroom, and then I downloaded, like, today must be my day. My all-time favourite band is Bon Jovi. I didn't get to see them this year, and I was half cut up about it and half not bothered because I wasn't well and I didn't want to buy tickets. And then, I mean, it would have cost hundreds and hundreds of pounds because I wanted to go to London because Bon Jovi was on, and then the next night Billy Joel was on, and I would have happily have gone myself. I mean, all the stabbings in London has kind of put me off. I don't know if I would have gone on my own even if I was at full health, but they weren't playing in Manchester and I wasn't happy. And last year Billy Joel did Manchester, and if they'd both done Manchester I would have been so happy. So I didn't go, and John's kind of, his voice is short, it's not amazing, and they don't sound as good since Richie Sambora left like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, because I've seen them and then I also watched them on YouTube and stuff like that, and they do not sound as good live. They don't sound good live compared to what they did, because it's amazing what Richie Sambora used to do. He was the guitarist, and not only would he play the songs, but he'd put certain accents in the song, like things with his guitar, and he'd sing parts that his replacement doesn't sing, and his replacement sings lower than John, whereas Richie sings higher than John. So the harmonies were amazing, and the overall sound was better, and Richie left, and he said it was to spend more time with his daughter, but then he went on tour, because I went to Manchester to see him, and there was 300 people in the room, including me. That's how much I love Richie Sambora. I am a Richie Sambora fan. He's kind of fallen off the radar. I don't know what's happened to Richie. I do not know. Richie Sambora was my crush until 3 years ago. That's what I was into. Dark hair, shoulder length with a tan, nice teeth, really outgoing musician type person, but that's not my type anymore. Like, I look at him now and think, what was I thinking? But he's a good looking man, but he's just not my type. But he's an amazing singer. Like, he has a better voice than John, and his guitar playing is amazing. But he left the band and they were on tour, and I was hopeful that he would go back before they came to Manchester in that summer, and I didn't buy tickets until like 3 days before, when I bought these. I think they were £10 standing tickets, because Richie hadn't come back basically, and I went and they weren't as good. It was nice, but it wasn't amazing, and I've not seen them since. But to be honest, they hadn't toured here like in 6 years, and it was the first tour in Europe in 6 years, and I wanted to go because it's my favourite band, but I was watching like the live footage from people who'd been to see them leading up to it, and I was just like, I'm not buying them. Didn't really have the money. I would have made the money, but then I would have struggled, and they're just not as good. And last year they got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Richie went back, and it was like he hadn't gone, and I was hopeful he would go back, but I think he wanted to, but I think there's too much water under the bridge, and they've got Phil X, who I think's a knob, but there you go. So I just didn't go. So today, my favourite band released a song on my birthday, and the first I heard of it was yesterday when I saw something somewhere online. I don't know where it was online, but it was something they'd put online, and it's like a charity song. It benefits some military thing, I think, and it comes out on my birthday. And I think a couple of times albums of theirs have come out on my birthday. There was one year when Richie was still in the band, they were on TV on my birthday in the UK. They were in the UK on TV on my birthday, and it was like the best birthday present ever, because I am a Bon Jovi fan. I don't listen to them as much. The other day when I was driving, You Give Love a Bad Name came on, and I turned it up and I was singing along, because I love it. And a lot of people don't know them for the more recent stuff from 2000 onwards, but that's when I was introduced to them. Then, even though I knew Living on a Prayer and stuff, that's when I was introduced to them, and I bought all the back catalogue and like DVDs and stuff, and I was blown away by them. They were my first concert. I've spent thousands of pounds going to see them. I've travelled to London to see them. I've travelled to London to see Richie on his own with Ori Amphy, who he's finally got rid of. She was definitely using him. And yeah, it just come out, and I was like, oh my god, it's like the best birthday present ever. So that cheered me up. And then, I don't know if you know who Shane Dawson is, or Jeffree Star. You probably will do. I'd heard of Shane Dawson over the years, but I've never really watched his videos. And then last year we did that documentary type thing with Jeffree Star, and I was totally blown away by it. I was like, I do the Jeffree Star, but also I've not watched him. I just watched his documentary, and I was just like, wow. So I followed Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I think I have unfollowed Jeffree, and I do still get, or rather, because I still watch some of his videos, but I don't watch them all. And I just think Shane's amazing. Like, I've not watched any of his old videos because I've seen clips when clips have come up and stuff, but that isn't who he is now. And he does the most amazing documentary type videos, and he helps people, and he helps Jeffree Star. He's just done amazing things, and he doesn't do many videos because he's always filming and putting like months into editing. And I watch his boyfriend. I don't watch him all the time. I watch some of them, and I'm just really intrigued by him. And it just seems like, I've not done a lot of research on him, and I don't really need to. It just seems like he's had a tough time, and it looks like he's been ripped off a lot, because like he said, like, as all these YouTubers have been doing it less than him, who are making lots of money, and he's not making a lot of money. Until today, he's probably made millions today. And I've watched this I watched the one where he had Jake Paul on, and I didn't finish watching the full episode because I liked it, but then I feel like it dragged on a little bit, and I'm not really into Jake Paul. And then he did that one with that girl earlier this year, Eugenie something, and yeah, I really like him. I think he's a really nice, down-to-earth guy, and the videos that he's putting out are absolutely amazing. And I've watched this whole new one, and like, I follow him on Instagram, and I just think he's amazing. Like, he's gotten into makeup, and I've just watched the series, and what he created was absolutely amazing. And it came out on my birthday, and I got it. I got the Controversy palette, and let me tell you, I didn't know if I was going to, and I don't have much money. I'm really broke. I taxed my car at like 11:45 last night because it run out at like 15 minutes later, and it's still not showing online as that I've got it. So I'm hoping I don't end up either behind a traffic car, or a traffic car come towards me, because it'll flash up saying that I don't have tax. But I do have the email confirmation, so if I do get pulled, I'll be like, and they can obviously ring them. But I'm hoping, because it's still not showing, and I've been out in my car, and I was like, God, please. I've not even seen any police, probably because it's pouring it down. So basically, I just was like, I didn't want any of the lipsticks, I didn't want the makeup bags, because looking at the prices are very expensive. I was like, he's got the mirrors, and he's got the pig mirrors, because that's his kind of logo thing. And I was like, I didn't want to get one, but I want the Jeffree Star mirror. But I just love that he's done the pig mirror. But watching it, I just fell in love with the shades, and I saw how much he put into it. He chose the shades, he like worked on them, and he chose the names, and he chose like what imprint he wanted them in them. And at first I thought I'll get the mini palette, because I'm not going to be able to afford the big palette, because they're not cheap. They're really not cheap. And like I said, I don't have much money. I've just taxed my car. My annual insurance is due Wednesday, and I need to sort that out in the next couple of days, otherwise my insurance company that I'm with are just going to renew it, and I've got a cheaper price, and I'm going to ring them to see if they can match it, or, well, I don't mind if they can. I want them to do it cheaper than last year, because they're trying to charge me more, but I've got a quote that's like £200 cheaper than the quote, basically, and I want them to be cheaper than last year, basically. So I need to sort that. So I've not got much money. Like, I got some cash for my birthday, but I'm meant to be buying clothes. I got this last night. It is warm. So far so good. I need some jeans. I need some blue ones. These are threadbare. Like, I need some black ones. I need a couple of tops. I want a dress. I haven't been given that much money. I've just spent something. I did buy myself something. I bought that lantern, but I don't have much money. I really don't. And the mini palette was like, I think it's £24 or £26, and I thought that would be the one I ended up getting, because it's a lot of money. And I do have expensive eye palettes, like the one I've got two different eye palettes on today. I've got Urban Decay Naked palette, which is £38. I think it's gone up to £39 recently. And then I've got Urban Decay Naked Basics Ultimate palette on. So that one was, they both were like £38. So I do have expensive ones. I have another Naked palette, the Smoky Eye palette. I have got a Charlotte Tilbury one. That's the more expensive one. I think that was like either 60 or 65, and I got it for my birthday. Not this birthday. So I do have expensive ones. And I almost bought Jeffree Star's latest palette a couple of weeks ago because it had 20% off, and it was in my cart, and I never bought it because I was like, I can't afford it. Like, I honestly can't afford it. I need clothes. I need some boots. I want some new bedding. I can't afford it. So I was going to get the mini one, and then I went on Beauty Bay because that's where I was going to get it from, and 5 minutes before it put them up, and I was looking at them, and the mini palette has 2 blue shades in. So the mini palette only has 9 shades, and there's 2 to 3 I potentially wouldn't use. So I wouldn't use a third of the palette, and I was just like, the big palette is me. Like, the top line is me in a palette, and there's other ones in the second and third one that I love, and there's just 1 or 2 that I wouldn't wear, but I'm going to make myself wear because that's the one I've bought. So I went on, and it got launched at 5 o'clock our time, 10 o'clock their time, and the website crashed. So I managed to get it in my cart, got to checkout, and it was taking ages to load, and then it wouldn't go on to payment, and then it just threw me off the site. Then it took ages to get back on the site, and then it wouldn't let me go back on the page to go back to the cart, and I was trying for half an hour whilst I was sat in the bath. My phone went down to about 4%. I thought I'm going to have to get out. So I went upstairs, and I stood there, and I was like, do you know what? I've tried for 35 minutes. If I'm meant to have that palette today on my birthday, it will happen. And put my phone on, airplane mode, got in the shower, washed my hair, came out, and I thought, right, I'm going to try again. Tried for 10 minutes, again, kept getting kicked off the site, or the page wouldn't load. No one could get on the Jeffree Star website either, because I thought, should I get it shipped over and spend a lot more on it than I want to? And couldn't get on his website. He's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, saying like, we've broken the internet, everyone's broken the internet. And we did, like, and then I went off and did something for 10 minutes while my phone was charged, came back for 10 minutes, still no luck, went back off for 10 minutes, kept trying till about 7:30, and I was already in the mindset, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and I'll get it today. If it's not meant to be, I'll get it another day. If I'm not meant to have it ever, I won't get it. It's just one of those things. And I've been thinking that way a lot lately. I've been like, do you know what, if I'm meant to do this, or I'm meant to do that, or if this is meant to happen, it will happen. So that's what I thought. I was really chilled out because I did get stressed out in the bath. Tell you, it was so stressful, that half an hour, refresh, and nothing happening. I was stressed. And like it was like 7:30. I was like, you know what, I'm going to finish getting ready and I'm going to get to the shop and then I'm going to try again. So I got to the shop at like 7:59, went on my phone, straight onto Beauty Bay. It loaded, it took me to my cart where I had 3 of the big pallets and 1 of the small pallet in the cart. Took them out because I'm like, I don't have all that money and I don't need all that. And it let me check out. It let me check out. Because I was like, oh, it's not going to let me check out. Because I was trying on Jeffree Star website and I got to check out. And then it wouldn't load PayPal. So when I pressed PayPal, it took a while for it to load on Beauty Bay. And it loaded. And it went through. And until I got that confirmation email, I didn't celebrate. And then I got it. I was like, oh my God, yes, thank you, there is a God. It was meant to be. I was meant to have it on my birthday. And I got it. And I was just like, today has been a really good day, and it has. I've been chilled out, I've been relaxed. I did get a little bit stressed out because I don't know what time it was, because I was meant to go out at 6:30. That was the plan. I was going to go out at 6:30. I was going to go in Aldi around 7, come out about 30:30, go in B&M for a good hour and have a look round because I've got birthday money. I want a bedding set. I was going to see if they've got one in that I like, and just have a look round to see if there was anything I wanted. I weren't going to spend a lot of my birthday money in there if there was anything I wanted, and there wasn't really anything. But I did get that lantern, which I adore, and I wasn't looking for a lantern. But yeah, it didn't happen, and I don't know what sort of time it was. It was when I was doing my makeup. I've been talking to someone and she'd sent me a message 4 hours earlier, but because I was chilling out and I wasn't really paying any attention to what was and wasn't going on, I wasn't really checking my messages as much. And she was like, I've had to ring the community psychiatrist team or something. I'm really struggling. I've been struggling for weeks. And I can't remember what she said, but I was like, oh my God, I hope she's not done anything. I hope she wasn't trying to get me to help her. So I'm like, are you okay? I'm sorry I didn't reply. I just was like chilling out for my birthday. Like, I saw a message pop up, but I didn't read any of it, because sometimes you see the top line and it didn't even say it in the top line that came up. And I remember thinking, oh, I'll reply in a little bit, because I downloaded a Celine Dion song off a new album and I've played it to death on repeat. Like, I've listened to the Bon Jovi one once, because it's like, maybe twice. It's like 6 minutes long. It's like John Bon Jovi got in a recording studio and just continuously filmed without writing any lyrics. Like, continuously recorded this song without writing any lyrics, and was just making it up as he went along. That's what the song feels like. So I haven't really listened to it properly. Sorry, John. I know you're not watching. But she panicked me, and I'm like, replied. I was like, God, I know she's got a good support network. She's got a dad who's always there. She's got a mum, but dad's like, if anything happens, or he's just always there. She's got a boyfriend. So I barely know her. She barely knows me. And I just thought, I hope she didn't need me. And I was panicked, and I got a little bit upset. And I thought, I hope she wasn't asking for help from me, because I'd feel horrible. And I'm powerless, because I don't know her number, I don't know anything. So she replied when I was sat in my car at Aldi before I went into B&M, because I was going to go in Aldi first, and then I realised B&M was going to shut like 30 minutes later. So I drove across to B&M, because the rain was like that, not just heavy rain, like. So I drove across and went in. Anyway, she's fine. She's not going to do anything. She made it sound she was struggling in ways that she isn't. But we've had a little bit of a chat and everything's fine. So it has been a good day. I've been relaxed. I had my cinnamon swirl candle on, which was lovely. I sprayed my Anxious Mind room mist, and it's not... I don't know if it was because I had my candle on, but it's not as good as nap time. I think nap time's my favourite. Yeah, I had my new bath limited edition thing. Can't remember what it's called. And it has been a good day. I'm really actually, I wouldn't say happy, but I just feel content. And like, I got Bon Jovi and like I got the palette and I'm broke. I've got my cash because I got cash and it's to buy clothes. I mean, I've got this. I saw a dress that I like and it's tartan and they seem to be big at the moment, and like there was one I liked in Tesco and it was black with like a caramel and white tartan lines, and it was really classy and nice, but then it sold out. So, and that's the one I wanted, but the one I saw is a really colourful tartan, and you're not meant to wear either stripes or, like, I can't remember if it's vertical or horizontal, so I'm thinking, does tartan make you look bigger? Because if it does, because tartan seems to be in, because there's a blue tartan skirt in a shop that I picked up and I walked around with it like a few weeks ago, and then I was like, oh no, and I put it back because I don't really want to wear a skirt, but I don't mind a dress. So I don't know if I should get it. I need to Google, does tartan make you look bigger than what you are? But it has been a good day. I've got Bon Jovi, I got the palette, and it was obviously meant to be, because if it was meant to be, I got it, and I did, but it just means I don't have any money. I got a new eyeshadow palette that I'm going to wear to death. I need a mascara. All my mascaras are running out. Like, this one's like drying out. I need a foundation. This is the one that I've been wearing and I just really like the effect it has. And I need a powder. And that's what I need. My powder's literally on its last legs. Jeffree Star does one. It's got really good reviews, but it's £22. And I'm thinking more like a tenner. And like 10, 12 for a foundation. And like 8 to 10 for a mascara. But I can't get them all at once. And I need the powder first, basically. Because I've got little bits of mascara left and I've got bits of foundation, so it's going to be a powder that I get first. But yeah, it's been a good day. I got yesterday's vlog up today. I ordered it overnight. I need to edit 2 videos. I've got the unboxing of the latest in Beauty Box, and I've got last weekend's vlog as well, and I want to get them up. I'm kind of tempted to film tomorrow as well, but I would need to get one of those videos up first to make room on my phone. I've got like an M&S voucher for 20% off. I think it runs out in a day or 2. So I might see if there's any clothes that I like on their website. I don't know. I have an ASOS voucher. I've got ASOS order coming. I bought like a long sleeve top jumper that's like a thin like jumper type material, and a key ring and a mug because it was 20% off. But I also have a 10% voucher for my birthday, which runs out in a few days, so I want to use that. But that's been my birthday, and my Dr. Pepper's probably frozen, so I'm going to go and get my Dr. Pepper. I don't know if I'm going to film anything else for this birthday vlog. It's not gone as I planned. I thought I'd just film a lot throughout the day, and I haven't. It's going to be a good hour though, I reckon, if not longer. So I'm going to end it here because all I'm going to do is, like, I'm probably going to listen to some music at some point. Probably going to chill out. I might edit the video. The unboxing one probably. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's going to go up next weekend. So am I going to film a buddy? Hold on. Yeah, it'll have to go up next weekend because it kind of carries on after the weekly. So if I film this weekend, when's that going to go up? It could go up on the Tuesday. That's probably filming all this extra stuff. But thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe. I need some subscribers. Not got a lot in 3 years, have I? I think these are kind of like, you're either going to love these videos or you're going to hate them. I personally would love these kind of videos. But it depends if you like the person, if you're interested in what they're talking about, if you're interested in how they struggle with their mental illnesses. But yes, it's been a good day. I'm actually borderline happy. I'm never happy, but I just feel content. I really do. It's been nice, except for the stress over that palette, but everyone felt that stress today. It says dispatch 2 to 3 working days, so hopefully have it by the end of the week and I get to play with it. I'm going to unbox it on here. Might get some views, but yeah, just been a good day, not killed myself, and I feel okay. But I went to McDonald's. I can't believe I've never been through a drive-through by myself. When I've been with others, it's been as a passenger, because I've always felt nervous about talking to people, and it was absolutely fine. I did panic when she said there's no milkshakes. I was like, oh, what other drinks do you do? Because I was so panicked. She's like telling me, she probably thought I was an idiot. And then I forgot to go large, because it's like 60 or 80p more, and you get a bigger drink and more fries. So, but I did it, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it, because it was literally, honestly, the first time I've ever done it. So I might go to Starbucks and get a coffee, because I've not had a pumpkin spice latte, and they're going to do the Christmas drinks soon. So I don't think I love pumpkin spice lattes. I just think it's a thing, isn't it? Like, everyone gets them, and I've not had one. I don't know if I had one last year, but I want a pumpkin spice latte, and I might end up going for the drive-through. Might try Costa one day. God, don't let this get to my head. I probably won't be able to go for a drive-through ever again, but it's been a good day. My Noah order's here, but I'm pretty sure I showed it when it came. Most of it's upstairs. My medium nap time's here. My large anxious mind. I really want a large nap time. And then I got a mini in soft sheets, and I already have one in this. But oh God, the bloody lighting over here is horrible. I look hazy. Oh God, I look really old. Anyway, I hope I put a filter on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you, if you're watching any of my other videos, very soon. This is going on charge now. Oh my God. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will look if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely.